Hey guys, welcome to 1159 videos. How many times you have those super duties and they seem to run out of fuel at about a quarter tank of diesel? Well, that's because this has probably popped off the end of your pickup, which is actually your gauge cluster in the tank. So now mine, I took mine apart and mine was actually broke off right here, and this was in a bunch of little pieces in there. So I went ahead and ordered a new one. I was going to try to make something, but this was 28 bucks at Ford. It goes right back on there. The truck's, you know, 01 area, so you're talking about 12 years old. So I figured, what the heck, 28 bucks, throw it in there. So we're going to go ahead and put that in the fuel tank, get that fixed. Stay tuned for another part that I have to address to you guys because it's very important. Inside the tank is some filters you don't know about. So if your truck's running sluggish, injectors seem to be the way they're supposed to be, you're not getting any weird smoke, but you're just lacking power, could be right there in the fuel tank, and it's plain as day to fix. Ford wants to sell you a $600 unit. You can take it apart yourself and fix it. Stay tuned. Let me show you what it is. Now I wanted to show you real quick. I've got the tank pretty much coming down, and you have a back hose back there for one of your vents. Here is your top. Now you can take the two quick connects off and undo it if you want to do it that way. I do have the quick connects, so we can take that off. You have two hoses right there, filler and then the vent, and then you have another emissions vent right here. So once you get all those removed, tanks comes down. Now pretty much right away I've got the tank out. First thing I noticed was I had this sitting on the thing, and I instantly knew something was missing. So the bottom part that picks up the strainer and the butterfly valve is all MIA, as you see. So this was why I was not picking up all my fuel. I was running out of diesel early, and I can just imagine all those little chunks of rubber have gone up into the system, and that is why I'm starving for fuel. So let me go show you the rest of the broken parts. I'll be right back. So here's the rest of my pickup, and here is the one-way valve. So this is one of the problems I was having. It was literally draining all the fuel back into the tank, so I had to start each time, making it very hard to start. With all these little pieces floating around. As for Charlie, says we have to strain out the tank now, so we're going to strain out the tank or I'll never hear the end of it. And so we're going to do that, and we're going to go ahead and pick up a new piece, or we're going to make something. We'll see. So check back. Okay guys, I said I was going to show you something. So as I pulled off the tank to do one repair, which was this was completely gone. And let me show you where that goes. So that goes on this piece right here. So that's where it's supposed to be right there. You're supposed to have a hose clamp on it. No big deal. A lot of times if your truck runs out of diesel early, well, that's because this is falling off and is sitting in the tank, so you're missing this much of the level of fuel, which is approximately just over a quarter tank of diesel. So the other thing too is, once I pulled mine apart, I was already having some problems with it. So this one right here, what you're gonna need is a small screwdriver, and there's three pieces right here. This literally comes in like this, sits in the hole like this, and you can have two clips right here. Pop those off. You have one clip on this back side, and when you pull this out, one of the things you'll know, now this thing was packed with crap like you wouldn't believe. Now I've already washed out the fuel tank. The fuel tank was spotless, yet inside was these two tiny filters right here, and they are so packed that I couldn't get no fuel in the truck to run the diesel injector. So I was sluggish. It was lacking lots of power, even though this truck's built. I upgraded my turbo. I've got bigger nozzles. Everything's in excellent working condition. And one little culprit right here causing me to have lack of power. So we're going to clean these up. Clean the whole unit right here up. Tank's already been cleaned out again. We strained all the fuel, make sure there wasn't anything in there extra. And so we're going to put everything back together, and I'm betting this truck's going to run like a scalded bandit when I'm done with it this time. So anyways, I hope that helps you guys. This was a quick and easy fix for you. Hard work is pulling down the tank, getting it down. If you're full of fuel, make sure you have a jack under and a helper. Got 2 straps, that's in the other part of it. I already did. So let me clean this up. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I'll put back together. All right, as you see, it's all cleaned out now. There's nothing in there. Inside this piece is also just as clean. We're gonna go ahead and spray it a little bit more. Just make sure there's nothing missing. We're going to go ahead and put the new filters back. And this is what the filter is supposed to look like clean. See that? I mean, that is a night and day difference right here. So I sprayed them out. You can see inside there now. I mean, it's just, they're clean. So they just go right back in the tubes. All right. Gotta match up where your marks go. Alright, that's all back the way it's supposed to be. Put my hose clamp on there. And then pretty much tighten this back down. So, alright, so your filters are clean on the inside. Your new pickup's installed. Everything's cleaned up here. I've already inspected the other hoses in pretty good shape. So we're going to go and sit this back up on top of the protector right now. We're going to go get the tank ready and start putting this bad boy back together. But this right here, the truck will literally wake up now. Now they can finally get some fuel. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me get the rest of it back together and I'll show you finished product. Now, as you see, the fuel tank's back up. I hooked up the filler neck hose and the vent tube up there. There's 2 other ones for the emissions or vents, vacuums. Anyways, those are already put back on. The back shield's on. The shield goes on the back side, not on the bottom, just so you know. So the bolts are 13 millimeter. They're already tightened up, so I'm going to pull the jack out. Time to put some fuel in this bad boy and fire her up. I got a couple other things I got to do first. Since I was doing some glow plug videos for you guys, I got to put my glow plugs back in. But other than that, she's fixed and about ready to try out.